Hey fam, welcome to the very first ever Pete Kaiser podcast. Brrr. I gotta think of some cool intro music. All I came up with today was brrr. Sounds kind of annoying. But hey, this is how I'm gonna be diving in with you moving forward. Last week we had a great time meeting right in here. We had a really killer time of worship. Waymaker was definitely epic and it'll go down the record books. But yeah, we had a good time. I'm glad we had that together. But now moving forward, what do? We have this coronavirus thing going on. Good news for you and good news for me. If you are under the age of 50, your death rate, so the rate at which you would die if you contracted this disease, is really small, like 0.2, 0.4%. You're going to be fine if you get it. But here's the thing, guys. The older people in your area, the Kupuna in your life, the elderly, 60 and older, 3.6% death rate. 70 and older, you're looking at higher than 7%. 80 and older, if you get this thing, you have a 14% chance of dying. Not so good for you, bad odds. In addition, if you have something like diabetes, you have a 7% chance of dying if you get this thing. If you have some sort of heart issue or lung issue, you have 7-8% chance of dying if you get this thing. So here's what we got to do, guys. This is going to sound alarmist. I'm not one who would be like, zombie apocalypse, let's do it. But listen, here's what we got going. We got a population in our community who, if they get this thing, they have a real chance of dying. We don't want that for them. So we all have a role to play in keeping them safe. Measure number 1. The Kupuna, the elderly, those who have a pre-existing medical condition, you have to stay put. You have to... Yep, I got frozen. So we're going again. So if you are elderly, you have to stay put. You have to put a bubble around you and be bubble man, bubble woman for a while. Just because you don't want that coronavirus thing coming in. Oh, but I need to babysit my grandkid. Don't do it. That grandkid could have gone out to the playground and be a carrier of coronavirus. Here's the thing. When you get coronavirus, you don't know you have it for 4 or 5 days until you start getting sick. But anybody that you touch or connect with in those 4 or 5 days, you could pass them the virus. And so we could all be silent carriers. I could have it right now. I don't know. But so if you are elderly, or if you have someone elderly in your life, you need to tell them to completely self-quarantine. I spent 5 hours on the phone on Monday calling all my Kupuna saying, hey, stay put. And guess what? They were all like, no, it's fine. We're just going to watch our grandson. It's like, don't do it. You have a high chance of dying. And most of them were like, okay, you're right. We agree. We will self-isolate completely. And so all my Kupuna, they are completely self-isolated. That's good. So what happens when that elderly person needs milk? When they need medicine? They can't go to the store to get it because they could contract the disease and die. So that's where you and me step in. And we can go out to the store for them. Hey, I need some milk. Okay, I'll go to Target. I'll grab it for you. We go to Target, we bring them the milk, we put it on their front step, we back up, we wave to them, they come out, they wipe the milk bottle down with a Clorox wipe, they bring it in their house. They're completely safe, they didn't contract coronavirus, they got their milk. That is a great way that you and I can serve the elderly in our community. But here's one other way, and this one's going to be a little harder. See, you and me, if we get it, no big deal. We're going to be fine. And so the selfish mentality is, heck, I'm going to still go out. I'm going to hang out with my friends.
Shut up and dance!
But here's the thing. Let's say you have it, and then you go to pay your cashier, and you give them the $10. Well, that $10 bill has coronavirus on it. Your cashier grabs it, they put it in their drawer, they just touched coronavirus. What if they contract the disease? What if your cashier is 70 years old? What if your cashier had won the battle of cancer 5 years ago and now they're at risk of dying if they catch this thing? A lot of people aren't self-isolating who should be, and if I just gave my cashier coronavirus and he receives it and then he dies from it because he has a good chance, I just killed him. Yeah, it's that serious. I will never know. But God will know. That man will know who just died. His family will know. I don't want to have a part in that. So the only reason why I am willing to go out into my community is for something really important. Like the Kupuna needs some milk. Okay, I'll go get milk. I'll wear my mask just in case if I have it, I'm not spreading it. I'll hand sanitize my hands so my hands are clean when I'm touching things, and I'll go get the milk in a safe way. But for me to go shopping just selfishly for something I want, that's not worth possibly killing a member of my community that I will never know. So I know this was kind of a heavy start to my video blog series. It's kind of a heavy time. It's also a cool time. Martin Luther with the bubonic plague. It's something that killed a lot of Europe. He was asked, hey, should Christians leave in light of deadly diseases? Martin Luther's answer was no. They shouldn't. They should minister. Martin Luther had people with the bubonic plague come and stay in his house, and he ministered to them. Now, Martin didn't go out and touch other people who weren't infected, but he did care for those who were sick. He took the risk upon himself. So as Christians, as men and women who love Jesus and who represent him, let's represent him well. Let's love our Kupuna by isolating ourselves from them, by encouraging them to completely self-isolate. Let's isolate ourselves from our community so we don't accidentally spread this thing and kill somebody on accident. Let's be Christ to one another through this time. I love you guys. Check back in. We'll keep doing this. I would love to hear your comments. I'm going to be posting on Instagram and stuff, so let's stay connected that way. Put your comments below, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.